Oh,
All right.
yes, Lisa.
We are rolling here.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
What's
everybody.
going on?
If you notice, we're on Daniel's live, and it is, see, it's still a fiasco.
No, it's a commercial.
Your commercial's on. There we go. See? We're on Daniel's live. All right, we got to turn the volume down on our computer so that we don't have feedback. Okay, see, it is way more professional on Daniel's live than on our
Let's
live.
do it. Let's do
Yeah.
it. Cool.
How come I don't see it on the channel?
You got to go to his channel.
I am on the channel.
Hey, everybody. Can you see it? Are we here? Anybody on yet?
We got 4 people,
Okay.
it looks like.
How
4
come I don't see it?
wild people on. Let's go. Oh, 11. Okay, just kidding. Yeah, very good. Oh, the cookie. What's going on? Yes. Pastor Anthony, hello. Cool.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
wow.
on.
It's popping up now. Cool.
Okay, hold on. Because we're still, our live, everybody who watches us knows what a live fiasco everything can be until we get things rolling. Okay, we've got
All right, I'm ready.
we're ready. Go for it.
Sweet.
Ask all the hard questions. Ask everything.
All right, Pastor Anthony.
Hey, everybody.
We just discussed this.
Oh, no. No,
It's coming.
it's coming. Oh, no. See, look at that. On Daniel's live once again. That's it. Okay, enough of that. We got Nathan on here and Cookie and Dennis Thunderdale. Hey, Mark Hoskins. Chris is on here. Mr. Tennessee. Hey. Little Al is on here. Brian. Timothy Glover. Jay Evans 90. Holland Paws. Hey, Holland Paws. And Pastor Anthony's on here too.
Yeah, I know. I just flashed him.
You just flashed him. Richard Boyles. Hi. Did we get Fushi Transport? Hi there. Did we get everybody? Have we said hello to everybody? I like to say hello to everybody. It's just nice way to say hello to everybody. And you guys, what you guys don't know, we have a roadie that helped us.
Yeah, we got a sidekick right here.
Come here, Lynn.
Lean over, Lynn.
Oh, can you see him?
There it is.
This is Lynn Daniels. You guys know him from the chats and everything. Lynn, our friend Lynn. We are held up right now outside the Amish Walmart here in Goshen. Lynn is parked right next to us, and we have been waiting all day on a load. There was absolutely no loads at all.
But Judy come through for us. We have a load going to a private customer.
And he just called like 5 minutes ago.
And I couldn't hook up to it until he got back with it. So I have that, which will take a couple, 3 days to do that. And in the meantime, Jeremy's trying to get me clearance to enter a military base in Florida to take a military load.
Cape Canaveral.
Wow.
And it's going to take a few days to get clearance.
Because Jeff is military, he has a little more ease getting onto the base.
Oh no, the other guy that was on the load,
he didn't make clearance.
He couldn't get the clearance.
So I don't know if he couldn't get the clearance or they couldn't get the clearance approved quickly enough. So, but we still have to wait a couple of days. And in the meantime, Judy found Jeff a load going to Pleasant Hill, Missouri, with a fifth wheel to that private customer. And we called him and there was no answer. And Judy said, do not take that unit until you get in contact with the customer because they may be on vacation. They may not even be able to accept it this week. See what I'm saying? So we couldn't do anything.
But he called us back a few minutes ago.
He just called us back. He said, bring it. Well, I'll be here Wednesday. So we're good to go for that. And I have a motorhome going to Columbia. So that's almost all the way there. So that's a plus.
Where's Mr. Bones at?
Mr. Bones is here with us. He's slacking off. There he is. Say hi, Mr. Bones. Hi. You know, all his adoring fans are out there. And he's really glad to be out of that Canadian outfit. Yes, yes, he is. He hated
That was
the
a great
connection.
time.
But the truck is still sticky from the maple syrup.
Oh yeah, the maple syrup. Oh man.
So what's
That
going
was
on with you, Daniel, and everybody out there in YouTube land?
Let's see, cargo trailer. Let's see.
RV Mafia's on here. Hello from Minnesota. Hello. Nathan, maybe the pastor will pray for him. Every day, Pastor Anthony prays for us. He is our on the road pastor. On the road with Pastor Anthony. Yeah, he's our pastor. We have to call him and get prayers for this dude right here. And Daniel, you're our backup pastor, right? So you pray for us. Who else have we got on here today?
Get to work. He said, Len, what are you doing in there? Get to work.
We are experts at goofing off, as everybody knows. We can do that real well. Working, that's just a side gig for us.
The cookie feels violated now.
Oh, because the cookie feels violated.
Border set by from Bismarck, North Dakota.
Yeah, Timothy, I guess you just heard us explain about the loads. How are you doing on the loads, Daniel? What's going on with you?
I've seen very, very few loads on the load board when I have looked, and they've either been CDL or way too far away from the take.
Yeah.
So,
and we were in the office. We started in the office this morning because we had some office work to do, and Judy had no loads for us. So, a lot of people say, oh, you guys get treated special because you're YouTubers and all this kind of stuff. No, that's not the case. We were in the office this morning. She said, I have nothing for you. There's no freight. There's nothing at all. And I said, well, is it okay if we hang out here in Goshen? Keep us in mind. We'll take anything you happen to have. It doesn't matter where it's going. And so we did hang out in Goshen. We went up to Dan's. We got our DOT inspection because it's that time of year for us.
Yeah.
To get our DOT inspection. And then we came back about 4 o'clock, and she called about 15 minutes prior to us getting back to the yard with these loads that we were just talking about. So we waited around all day trying to find a load. And while we were in the office, okay, this is a transporter overhearing dispatchers. Okay, this is some inside tip. She was on the phone and she would say, hello, I don't have any freight at all. There's nothing on there. I'll call you back if I've got something that pops up that'll work for you, that kind of stuff. I heard her say that at least 3 or 4 times. I have nothing. Then when we were in there at 4 o'clock, she was trying to get us on this load and working with Jeremy to get the military thing going. I heard her answer the phone and she said, no, I have no freight. Oh, wait, something just popped up. It's something coming out of Fremont, Indiana, going to Virginia. Would you be interested in that? And apparently he was. He said, well, you have to pick it up tomorrow. So she is seeing nothing at all. We saw that firsthand. We can verify that.
Yeah,
she's seeing nothing. Until it pops up right in front of her because she literally said, oh, wait a minute, something just popped up, and offered it to the person who was on the phone with her at that moment. So it's a hit and miss game out there. It's really tough out there at this time period. I don't know other transporters that we saw. We saw Tom and Bunny from Towaway Couple there at Dan's today.
I saw
and
that
another,
yeah.
And we also saw another couple that ran for Starfleet, Jeff, and Horizon. There was nothing on, and we talked to them. They showed me their load board from Horizon. Nothing. They had nothing on their load board. Horizon.
Hey, Lynn.
That's crazy.
Sushi Transport wants to know what you're doing in here.
What is Len doing in here? There are 3 of us in here in the truck. I'm sitting in the back seat. I've showed you that, like how
He's my road.
bed. We got plenty of room back here. We can swing cats back here. You know, we got plenty of room in the back. A lot of people say, how in the world do you possibly live in the back of that truck with two of us? We have plenty of room. We've got made that whole video on living in the back of the truck. We got plenty of room back here. We're really comfy back here. And now we have me and Jeff, and Mr. Len Daniels is sitting in the passenger seat right there.
You know, Anthony, I have not done a Go Vote video yet.
Go
Have you,
vote.
Daniel?
Vote, everybody.
I have not,
Vote.
but you need to.
Vote.
Absolutely. It's gonna happen, whether there were loads or not. I'm telling you, I'm voting.
Yeah.
It's happening tomorrow.
Yeah, this man served our country for your right to vote. If you haven't voted yet, please make that effort. Go home, go vote, do whatever you can to try and make a difference in what's going on in this country.
And vote the correct way.
That's right. Oh man.
All right, let's get to talking to everybody. What do you think, Daniel? What do you got going on?
Me personally going on? Well, yesterday I was like I told you guys, I was not feeling the best. I felt like a cartoon where the birds are chirping going around in my head. I was literally like, whoa, did I hit my head and not know about it? I don't know, but I'm feeling a lot better. Saw some people in the comments there. Thank you for RV Outlaws. I hope you're feeling better, Daniel. Yeah, definitely am. I slept it off. I had some roast beef, and I'm cured. So I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
man.
roast beef will do it every time. You know, Miss Kara can send you to Texas Roadhouse, and I bet you'd feel better like that.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Right.
man.
RV Mafia says cargo trailers is where it's at.
Cargo trailers.
We're still busy. All right, where are these cargo trailers?
I think I don't know who would be in, like, are there companies for cargo trailers?
Jimbo's.
Jimbo. Len
A
said
lot of car trailers.
it has car trailers and
Enclosed car trailers.
enclosed car trailers. Jimbo's. So there are RV companies out there that also do the enclosed trailers. I don't think we do it. Synergy, right?
Technically, the car trailers are CDLs. But I don't know how Jimbo's gets around.
Oh,
But
car
they do.
trailers are CDLs? I did not know that.
I don't know.
If it's not covered, what underneath the if it's not
Living
under,
quarters.
yeah.
Holland Paw says, "What is this shenanigan?" Holland Paws, you know we have your best bud here in the seat with us.
Sidekick.
Your sidekick right here.
Anthony,
And we'll hold him hostage. See, what you guys are not seeing, this is why we're not showing Mr. Len Daniels. He's actually being held hostage by the bandits. And if his life is wrong, then we're going to electrically shock him every time something gets wrong.
I hope you get that load tomorrow, Anthony.
Okay, let's scroll on down here. Who have we got on here? Timothy asked Mr. Tennessee, did you get your blue truck going this time? Southeast Transport. Len, what are you doing in there? Like I said, he's being held hostage. He can't go anywhere. Oh, and thank you. Oh, hey Len, can I plug Lisa?
You can.
Hey, listen, do you see this? You see that pretty little bracelet that's on my wrist? Len's wife is selling pretty little bracelets like this for $5. I mean, that's cheap enough, and it's so pretty. And so I want to say thank you to Len's wife, Lisa, if she's watching. Thank you, Lisa. I purchased this, by the way, but for $5, you can't beat that for $5. Pretty little bracelet.
Good stuff.
Colin Paul says that should be ELD, not CDL.
Oh, ELD for a cargo trailer.
For the cargo
Okay,
trailers.
got it.
Jonathan Worm is on here.
Hey, Jonathan.
You know Jonathan, Daniel?
He works at Synergy. He helped us with the some of the loads down there at the Hershey RV show. We met Jonathan, but he works for Synergy as well.
Cool. cool. Very
Oh,
good.
and you know, RV Outlaws, they're going to come and work for Synergy when we get the hiring
nice.
freeze, maybe after the year is over with. They sent us those little badges that say Bandits on the side of our truck.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is awesome. Very
I
cool.
love those. I love them. Thank you, RV Outlaws.
Anyway, Jonathan says he pulled off a unicorn.
A unicorn, what's that?
He got a backhaul only an hour away from him.
Like us. We just pulled off that unicorn. Daniel, did you know that we just hauled that? No, we didn't talk to you before we got it. We just got a backhaul. We're in Goshen now. We just delivered it last night. But we actually got a backhaul that went from British Columbia. Jeff delivered in Vancouver Island. We got a backhaul from British Columbia all the way to Goshen.
Let's go. That is awesome. What's
mean,
you know, something like that? Is it still
Yeah,
higher?
get this. We asked the dealer why they were returning it. And they said it was full of water and crickets.
Okay,
That's right.
I did see that video. Then you talking about the crickets, like, oh my word, don't go in there.
Yeah. I told Judy, I'm like, I'm not going in there. And she said, you don't have to, girl, just bring it home.
Oh my word, you can have it.
I'm guessing it's where the manufacturer had stored it in the field and it had gotten wet and then a cricket explosion or something. I don't know. I don't care. We'll take it back for you, but I'm not going in there.
Oh my word.
Hey, Mr. Tennessee, you do realize the transport bandits are from Tennessee as well.
Oh, of course. He's Mr. Go Balls. Let's see what.
I got 546.
Pastor Anthony says he'll be in Goshen in the morning.
Oh, he'll be here in the morning? We'll be left out. Now that guy's called, we can leave early. And we may go pick up our unit because the yards close at like 11 p.m. No, my yard is already closed at 7. Motorized closes at 7, and yours is 11. So we'll just pick it up early in the morning.
Chris James says Rip will make our truck unsticky.
Unsticky? His dog Rip will lick it all up. That's what we need. Chris, can we borrow your dog for about 10 minutes and let him unstickify the truck?
Yeah, can we rent your dog there?
Rent your dog. If you guys are on here right now and did not join us for our Halloween live show, me and Jeff had gone in costume as Canadians. We were all dressed up in our Canadian toques and outfits, and Jeff is swigging on the maple syrup, and my elbow kicked over the bottle of maple syrup. So now we have sticky truck disease, especially in the hole of despair. You don't go down there. I'm going to find French fries from 2 years ago, mixed with the maple syrup.
And Mr. Tennessee, yeah, we've been rocking.
All right, let Daniel get a word in edgewise.
Get in there, Daniel.
I'm just
keeping
live with the chat here. Daniel, how's everything going? I mean, it's going. Feeling better as far as that goes. I haven't had a load in like 2 months at this point. I don't know how I'm still employed by Synergy. They haven't de-leased me.
I think it's kind of, since the loads are like they are, I don't think they're going to de-lease drivers because they haven't taken a load, because there really aren't, unless you're, just really out there trying to do your darndest to try and get a load because of the situation with the loads. I think they would waive that one load a month thing, because a lot of people are taking off to go get their CDLs now. Chris James is taking on a second job right now. They're not going to de-lease those people for trying to find work elsewhere when there are no loads to take. It's like
yeah. So as soon as there are loads to actually take, within my like smaller radius, I basically have to be right now, and it just is what it is. But basically Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee, which are a lot of prime places that people want to go to anyways, I would assume. That's really the only direction and distance that makes sense for me. So if those aren't available, I just can't do it. So I'm just making things happen with the dumpster stuff right now. And I would love to get a load sometime, but it's not right now, I guess. So,
but you have a secondary business that you're taking care of. So that's helping you out a little bit. You're not just sitting at home, wringing your hands saying, I don't have a load, because those people who do this for a living, me and Jeff, for example, we do this for a living full time. So, our bills have to be paid based on what loads we can find. And I guarantee if you're somebody who will come up and go into the office, you're more likely to grab that load. Like we were in the office all day.
Right.
They know they're there. We know that they're there to pick up, and you're ready to haul right then and there, rather than somebody who might be sitting at home saying, I'm ready to take a load, but I'm 2 days away from picking it up.
That's it. Absolutely. Yeah. Any company across the board at this point, like if you're standing there saying, I'll take whatever you got anywhere, like they'd be a fool to not give you, like you're either going to walk away from them entirely and do something else, or like you are the person to give it to. So 100%, I'm sure there's loads, like so many people, especially when I first started, I heard about it. I didn't do it myself, being 2 hours away, but I heard about people just parking in lot 1, like rows and rows of people just waiting for loads. And I was like, that's crazy. But like, they're the first they've been waiting here the longest. They're ready to roll right now. Like that makes sense. Like they should get the loads first. By all means, please do what you got to do. And if you're right there, you should get the load. If I'm at home, wherever I'm at, like I don't have as much skin in the game, basically. So people who are waiting there, I absolutely think before they even hit the load board, I think it should be the people who are literally standing there. So
because but there's so many factors in this game that make it so complex on whether you can get but another thing is, like, if you've been there, don't be picky.
Right. Right.
If like you, Daniel, you only want to do kind of your area thing, there may only be loads going to Texas coming up, and you don't want that load to go into Texas. Then there are people we actually seen. I don't even know what his name was, in the yard a couple of weeks ago, sitting in the parking lot in the back of the Synergy lot. And Jeff went over to him and said, how are you doing? He said, I haven't had a load in 2 weeks. And Jeff said, well, have you gone in and talked to Judy? And he said, no, I'm not going in there. And Jeff said, why wouldn't you go into the office?
And he just said, I ain't showing my face.
I'm not showing my face in it. Well, then you're going to sit out in the parking lot waiting on a load. I don't understand it. We didn't say anything from there. We're just like, good luck to you, because I don't know what that was about. But basically, going in the office, talking face to face, that's your number one. Calling Judy and letting them know you're ready for a load. That's what you want to do. Number 2, right. And then the other person who's just sitting at home looking at the load board, which is nothing, every day, all day. Those are going to be the last people to get the loads, because maybe you'll catch that load that's on the load board, and maybe you won't. But the best thing to do is actually go in the office.
Let me answer 2 questions here. Nathan, short answer, yes.
What's the question?
Long answer, go to our video channel and watch our Transporters at War.
Transporters at War. We have a video on it. It's called our Transporters at War, or Caught in a War. And we explain the whole war between the dealers and the manufacturers, and the overproduction of 2022 units versus the new model 2023s. The dealerships are full. They can't hold any more units because they're full of 2022 units. The manufacturers aren't going to be manufacturing 2023 units until those 2022 units get sold. It's a whole mess. But go watch that video and it'll explain it all. Hey, this has popped up. Nathan, you're it. Honest question. Did the RV market? Oh, that's what you're answering to. All right.
Yeah.
And if we're missing people, we apologize. We don't like to miss people's comments.
Did you make that pop up, Daniel?
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
snazzy. He's a snazzy YouTuber.
I can press a button. So, yeah. Any
Okay.
comment?
We can barely get the phone to stand up, Daniel.
Hey, everybody starts somewhere. I don't know.
If we get the phone to stand up, we're doing good.
If there's
Hey,
any
redneck
comment,
woman's on here. She's home until the 10th. Well, have a good time at home, Ursula. We appreciate you watching.
Mr. Tennessee says they have 5 loads on the board.
Oh, Jonathan said, speaking of the Hershey video, I went to Dan's last week and got himself a 5th wheel hitch. Perfect. Awesome. Good to go, Jonathan. RV Mafia said, this is the 3rd time it's been slow since I started in the business. Budgeting is what is needed now. Yep, everybody's on a budget. I mean, like me and Jeff, when we go eat out, the way we save money on food when we're traveling for 5 weeks is if we do eat out and not out of our food bag full of roller candy, trucker roller candy, when we do go out to eat, we split meals. So we'll get 1 plate and we split that steak. We'll cut that steak in half, or we'll split that burger, cut that burger in half, you know, and eat that way. It saves us money, and we don't need to be spending, you know, $10 on his meal and $10 on my meal when we can just spend $10 and split it both ways. And that saves us money on food. Mr. Tennessee has said, has anybody heard of all the companies shutting down at Thanksgiving till the 1st of the year? Yes. Yes. I have heard that. I don't think I'm not sure. I don't want to say this for certain, but we heard that companies are pretty much right now doing it just 2 days a week. I don't know if they're shutting down completely, but we do have heard that it will be until after the 1st of the year. That is a definite truth. That's the rumor we've heard. Can't back that up. So that's the rumor for the 1st of the year. I know the hiring freeze is probably going to be on until after the 1st of the year. Oh, totally couple. Hey, totally couple. Yeah, it was great. We played with their dog, Bama. It's so cute. I love their little puppy. Bama is such a sweetheart. And we talked a long time about how prolific they are with their YouTube. Like I said, we're doing good to keep the camera upright. So, you know, you guys, you got it going on. They've got it going on.
Yeah, this split screen and all this fancy stuff, that's all Daniel.
Yeah, look at him. The fancy little comments down below there. Yeah, it's all fancy YouTubers. We're trying though. We're learning slowly but surely, but we appreciate each and every one of you that actually do watch our silly little videos. So thank you for watching anyway. Thank you so much. Let's get to some of these comments. Brian, his truck issue ended up being an injector. Getting them all replaced. Now, hopefully getting it back tomorrow. Good job, Brian.
All right, Daniel. I like this comment Mr. Tennessee made.
where is it at? I'm scrolling. I'm trying to keep
I'm
up.
all over the board.
It says, dang, you get all the famous people in here. You got Daniel. You got the Bandits.
Yeah.
And Holland.
There you go.
We got Pastor Anthony was Daniel also had Pastor Anthony. You had Fair Winds and Following Seas the week before.
Yeah, but they're not famous.
Oh, Pastor Anthony and Fair Winds.
They're pretty
We're the only ones in town here, right?
Yeah.
So Holland Paws is on here, Mr. Tennessee, Tollway Couple. I mean, we go check out everybody's YouTubes. That's the great thing about this community is Daniel has his YouTube channel. We have our YouTube channel, Holland Paws, Mr. Tennessee, Tollway Couple, Weekend Trucking. Who else am I missing? Grim Reaper. There's a lot of other great RV transport, and you will learn something from everybody. And we all support each other. There's nobody's like, oh, you're doing that on YouTube or anything. No, we're all different. Ours is a goof off channel, the fun side of RV transport. You learn so much from Daniel and truck maintenance. Fair Winds gives you just on the road, really in your face. This is what's happening. Towaway Couple is really super informative about all the little different pieces and parts about RV transport, and we all support each other. That's what I found about this business in doing YouTube videos for RV transport. We all support each other. It's a great thing, and nobody's like ill towards anybody else.
I'll say this, my other channel for dumpster stuff, as I'm, growing that business, the atmosphere in that, and it's obviously, dumpster business is all over the country. It's different than RV transport. That's a little smaller, a smaller community of people. But as far as other YouTube channels, like I've reached out to other people, try to talk and network and like try to just help the community and encourage. And people are like, no, just they don't respond. They're not like it's just people are not for anybody else besides themselves. And we're not, unless it puts me in the better light or makes me better, as a YouTuber, like they're very, very selfish. And like, it's just a cold, dark, community. And I'm just like, this is completely different than RV transport and what we have here. And everybody's just adding to the pot and trying to help each other. Encourage, like, it's just a whole different attitude. And so I'm just like, man, I can't change all these people. So I wish the best of luck to you. I'm willing to, network with anybody and help and whatever. But it's just really weird because I'm like, man, why can't you be like everybody over here in RV transport? It's kind of bizarre. So anyways,
and it's hard. And we talk to so many different transporters, and you do too, Daniel. You get messages and questions from so many different transporters, and you talk to them on the phone, and we message back and forth a lot and stuff like that. And sometimes we're not as quick to respond to messages because, I might be driving all day. Keep that in mind, because all of us as YouTubers, we still have quote unquote lives where we are busy doing things, and sometimes those messages might get caught up in the onslaught of other messages, but we do try to get back to everybody. It's not that we're slighting anybody one way or another. Well, we will get back to you as you do, Jana. You'll get back to them as soon as you get that message or when you have the time to respond to people when you're not driving. And because sometimes people will ask us a question while I'm driving a motorhome, and it'll pop up on my phone, and I'll see, oh, somebody's asking a very important question about a permit, but I can't really respond right now because I'm driving. But if I remember about that, just like all of you out there on phone land, when you get messages and texts, you're like, oh, so-and-so texted me and I didn't get back to him, and now it's like 5 hours later and blah, blah, blah. So we apologize to anybody if we didn't get back to you.
So Jonathan Worm just says bandits.
Bandits.
I don't know.
What is that? We're the bandits.
And on the road with Pastor Anthony has offered Ryder and Bella to help clean up the syrup.
Oh, Ryder and Bella. Yes. You're the 2 hours late, Daniel.
They would definitely be team players on that one. Yeah.
Oh, Sandwich Maker said, don't forget, Steve Farmer, a huge YouTuber. A lot of people watch Steve Farmer, and that's another great channel for RV transport.
Yeah. I'm sure we left them out. And Mr. Tennessee.
And if we have left somebody out and mentioning him, it's just because we're idiots.
Yeah, did you say Mr. Tennessee?
Yes, I did. I think I did recognize Mr. Tennessee. Steve Farmer, I'm sure that I leave people out. That's one reason why I'm very hesitant to thank people on my YouTube channel, for different things because I don't want to feel like I've left somebody out. Because if I thank one person, I feel like I should thank everybody or include everybody, and my brain can't remember on the go everybody. So I don't mean to take offense to anybody.
Sean wants to know where we're at in Tennessee.
Sean,
This is where we're at in Tennessee. We live where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning and goes down about 3 in the afternoon.
yeah, it's hillbilly land. It's hard, Harlan. That song by Brad Paisley. You'll never leave Harlan alive. That's where we're from.
Harvey Outlaw says another instant classic.
Another classic live by the Transformers. Yep, another fiasco.
Well,
Nathan Urich said the business hauling RVs, in my opinion, will be in trouble for at least another year. People went crazy during COVID, and now the price will be paid. I agree with that to an extent because people did buy RVs like crazy, and that's caused the overproduction of the 2022 units. That's why when we first started at the beginning of the year 2022, if you delivered to dealerships, there was nothing on the yards. When you made a delivery, they had maybe 4, 5, 10 units. If it was large delivery, 20 units. It was really, really skimpy. And then as July hit, they were getting fuller. And now you can't even find a place to park your unit when you get to the dealership. You can't find a place to turn around because they are loaded with 2022 units. And they got to sell those things. And the problem is they have so many of those 2022 units.
Such a markup.
They don't have room for the 2023s.
All right, Jim Price, where are you headed, Bandits? Probably Missouri.
Missouri, and then possibly Florida. Possibly. We don't know. We're waiting on that to find out.
All right, Jonathan, I'll look for you in the morning.
All right, where are we at now? RV Mafia, he said, hope they will keep you busy, and that's what we're hoping. He likes watching your videos, and he could be talking to Daniel. I really want to start my channel, but it got excuses that seem not to matter. Hey, you know what? We started a goof off channel. Start your channel. Just make whatever you feel like talking about.
We started a goof off channel and still a goof off channel.
Still a goof off channel.
For the record, I think Lynn is asleep.
It's fast asleep. I'll ungag him any minute now.
just for the record, if anybody starts a channel,
yourself over here. Wait. Are you in the picture? There he is. There's Lynn.
that's all.
But yeah, it's crazy out there, and we're just gonna hope. We're gonna stick it through and hope for the best. And we've always had that philosophy. If you just have one load, that's all you need. And that's even that one load is like chicken scratch right now. It's hard. It's hard out here to try and find it. That's why they have the hiring freeze on.
Redneck woman says the gremlin lives in a hole of despair.
Yes, a gremlin does live. I don't know what is living down there, but it eats potato chips, pins, and my cell phone.
Chicken nuggets.
And chicken nuggets. So, and it's obviously satisfied with the maple syrup right now.
Hey, Daniel, Chris says you got like another month before they start yelling and screaming at you.
Sweet.
Oh, it's synergy for not hauling a load?
Is your... Oh, there we go. You were frozen for a second. I have heard about 90 days, that being a thing. I would have to double check how long it truly has been. It's been over 6 weeks, probably closer to 8, maybe even more. But
Darren just told me today, 90 days, they start yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
And Mr. Tennessee, you're right. We do all need to get our CDL.
We do. I think Jeff might try for his CDL in January. I don't think I'm going to go for mine because, that's a money and a time cost. I think Jeff might try and go for his in January. It's going to take like 3 weeks, $3,500. 4 days of the week, and you'll get your CDL. I think we might try for that in January.
Dennis Dunderdale says hi again. I'm back. Hey, put that one up, Daniel. Jim Price. 0 loads on the board.
0
Man,
loads on the board.
That's good for everybody.
And Tollway Couple, they said, I think when we first started, we only seen high mileage helper. Yeah, I've watched hundreds and hundreds of videos on high mileage helper and fair winds of following through.
Oh,
And
yeah.
do you remember, Daniel, that we called to get what was it, a consult from you?
Yeah.
And you called our house, and we were so starstruck. Daniel, the high mileage helper.
And we put you down as a reference.
We did. We put
Yes,
Daniel
you
down
did.
for reference to
Yes, you
synergy.
did.
And now there are many different channels with different content. It's really great for new people looking to get into RV transport. Yeah, there's a lot of information, and it is so good for people to get, like us, to before we went into orientation, learn everything you could possibly know about this industry from all different angles and aspects from watching these YouTube videos before you get into it, because then you have some kind of idea of what people are going through. And all transporters run differently. Nobody runs the same, and there is no answer to, can I make a living at RV transport? Because every transporter's expenses and debts are different.
And some people get up really late.
And some people get up really late.
You know,
Some people get up really late. All in one. All in one. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Sorry.
hey, I like that comment, Tollway Couple.
Yeah, that is a great comment.
And this is interesting. From Mickey, Bennett has said they have waived the work requirements until January 1st, and then they will reevaluate. They are asking for people to avoid the hassle and go on ETO, extended time off.
Oh, they're advising their drivers to go on extended time off. Oh, interesting.
Wow.
Interesting. Well, I know after we took that FEMA load down to Florida, like last month, and they said that they were going to have a lot of loads going to Florida for FEMA. We got that email, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
And then it never panned. We stayed down in Lower Georgia waiting on what FEMA loads were going to come up. Called Judy, and she said the government didn't come through. It's all government paperwork, red tape, and we were lined up to take them, and the government dropped the ball, and it never came through. It was red tape or something. And she advised us the best thing you can do is just go home right now. We don't have anything for you. So they're advising drivers, if you can go home, go home.
Yeah, and Tollway, Tom told me about that video today about how you made it look easy.
Yeah.
And,
oh, Daniel, and your EGR cleaning video.
I told him you make everything look easy.
Yeah, Daniel makes everything look easy. Look at him with his snazzy YouTube channel.
That video was the most painful video to edit in my entire life. Still today, that was one of the earlier ones. I just about didn't make it through. Okay, I'm talking. I'm putting the little thing. Oh, it's a 3/8 drive, and I'm like, dude, just shoot me right now. I can't. There's so much footage. It just about killed me just to edit it. Plus, doing the stupid work. Like, oh my word. That was a crazy video.
Well, was it easy though? That was the big question. The cleaning of the EGR, was it easy?
If you know what tools you're using, and the tools that if you try, it won't work. But you got to have the stubby version or whatever. If you have all the stuff you need, it's a pretty straightforward job, not too bad. I could probably do it on the side of the road if I had the tools, and I'm leaning over the truck and my guts, getting smushed. But it's worth it to me to save like $1,000. I've had people comment on that video say like Dodge was going to charge them like $2,500 and like all sorts of different prices. And I'm just like, please, like buy the tools if you have no tools, spend the time. If you can get it done in a day, you'll save literal like thousands, evidently. So I'm so happy that I never want to do it again, but that was a crazy.
Okay. Here's an interesting question from L King. When production levels come back up, will there be a huge transporter shortage, or will most of the previous drivers return? I suggest the three of us answer that in a one-sentence answer. I'll start. 50-50. Some's going to come back, some never will. Cheryl?
I think some that have left will not come back. I think they've gone on to different things and will not return back to RV transport.
All right, Daniel?
In one sentence, I'm with you guys. I think there's I'm already off to the second sentence. I think
Yeah, well, me, I'm ramble.
I think there's too many people who saw how dangerously low it could get, and they're either moving up to bigger CDL, other opportunities in transportation, or they're jumping back to their previous job, or transitioning. Like people who have been here for years are saying, yeah, I'm good, I'm done playing these games, I just want to know what I need to have options for. But then I do think, like you said, a portion of people, I don't know if it's exactly 50-50, but probably a decent portion will come back and say, I'm glad this is over, give me all the loads. So, but I think it's going to be a different like grouping. It's in my mind, I'm thinking, all the people who are newer, it's those people who have left. But in reality, I bet there are a decent portion of people who have been here for a long time who are like, yeah, I'm done. So I think the mixed bag will be lesser, veteran drivers after things kind of shake out down the road.
I'm sure that we've skipped a lot of people's comments, and again, we apologize about that.
Pastor Anthony tells everybody to hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button, everybody. Go in there. It does take a second. Hit that like button. Again, Daniel, that helps in the YouTube world, right? Hitting the like button. I don't know how, but I think it gets you like 1/10 of a cent towards something. So,
hey, Jonathan Worm went to Dan's and got him a fifth wheel.
Yeah, I read that a long time ago.
Yeah, way to go.
Back to where we were talking about the YouTube channels. RV Mafia. It says that it has helped me, and I started in the singles with small company, and then he went to Mapletree and grew into a semi. He loves the industry, and he likes to share what he has learned in the last 12 years. Yes, that's it. We just like to share what we're all doing out here and letting you look at, in the YouTube world, what we're doing.
And Mr. Tennessee, yeah, we've all heard that. I don't know if it's true or not.
What's the question?
Rumors like that go around real fast.
And Mr. Tennessee also said, sometimes it's hard, and YouTube is like another job. YouTube is a huge, huge time-consuming effort. I do it because I love it. You have to love it as a hobby to do the YouTube videos, because it is a lot of work. Every free moment that I have, I'm downloading pictures, I'm taking pictures, talking about stuff, or editing. And it has to be just something that you like to do as your hobby time, because it is such it's a really hard job.
Throwaway couple says, this is an outrage.
Oh, it's an outrage.
They say not all the loads make it to the load board.
What?
Where do they go?
What?
If they don't make it to the load board, where do they go?
No, not all the loads make it to the load board, because like I explained today, if she's actually looking at her computer screen. As I understand it, the dispatcher, when the shuttle driver brings it to the yard from the manufacturer, the shuttle driver then hands that paperwork over to a compartment. That department has to then fax that or let them know that that unit is ready for pickup. Then at that point, after they've shuttled it to the yard, it will come up on the computer that that load is ready to be dispatched. If she's on the phone with somebody who says, listen, I haven't had a load in 2 weeks and I need a load right now, and there's nothing on the load, and she's on the phone with somebody and they're in Wisconsin, oh, I've got a load going from Wisconsin to Florida. Do you want it? It just popped up. It will never go onto the load board because she just gave it to the person she was on the phone with to help that driver out. So if you want to call that a secret load board, that's not a secret load board. That's active going after the load. You got to call in. And a lot of it is luck. I mean, it's just luck with the time, whether she's got something that pops up on the load. And like us, we will call Judy, our dispatcher, 3 or 4 days in advance. And we'll call her every day. And she'll say, I don't have anything for you today. And I'll say, okay, we'll try back tomorrow. If you see a load going this direction, or we want anything, this amount of miles or anything else, it might take us 3 days, but it might be on the lookout for that load. Well, when that load might pop up, oh, the Bandits wanted to run to British Columbia because that's where they love to run. They've requested that. They've been on the waiting list for a British Columbia run now for the last 4 days, and that's where they are on the line of wanting to run to British Columbia. When that one pops up on the board, she'll call us and say, I have a load that's going to British Columbia. Do you want it? And so that load never goes on the load board because
we've been waiting 4 days.
But we've been waiting for days, maybe, to get that load.
All right. Move on. RV Mafia. You don't care what company are you with?
Yeah, JB, EGR valve is so easy to do. EGR cooler, different story. Yes, indeed.
Sean Stevens said he's in Camden, Tennessee. Hey, Sean, how are you doing? Mr. Tennessee said we need to do a cookout and just invite everyone. Well, I think, did Mr. Tennessee come on just right after or right around the same time as we did, as you, Daniel, had the big transporter get together? We need to do something like that again, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Where all the transporters get together, that would be really nice. We couldn't make it because we were getting ready to go to Sturgis, but, it's really hard to get all the transporters in one place at one time.
Mark still wants to know what it's
wait a minute, let Daniel.
Go ahead, Daniel.
I was just gonna say, and seemingly each time of the year when, well, the last 2 years or whatever, wanting to do it, it's when there's been like no loads. So why, unless people are just really to get together, like you're not going to be making money on that trip up to Indiana to, hang out and chit chat. So I think as soon as loads pop up on the board and things are more consistent, not in the wintertime, anytime we can figure out a good time for us all to get together, I think it would be a blast.
It would be a great time. But things need to get a little bit more on track where everybody's comfortable with taking that day off and not hauling out, scrambling for a load, that kind of thing.
Okay, Mark still wants to know what it's going to be like the first time it crosses Canada. Have you ever been to another state?
Oh, it's easy to cross the border. It's easy to cross the border. I believe Fair Winds is stuck out in the snow right now. I think he just took one of his first loads to Canada. And it's out in Idaho and Washington. They are having a major snowstorm out there right now. And I heard that Wyoming had 111-mile-per-hour winds, and it was blowing over semis. That was today. So I'm glad we're not out there.
Wow.
But it's easy to go to Canada. It's super easy to go to Canada. I mean, just have your passport, and your company will give you your Canadian manifest. And it's just basically like going to America. Just use your credit card instead of getting all that Canadian change back. It's not a big deal.
And Jonathan, you're exactly right. It does depend on the load. This time of year, those ice trailers are great.
And again, I apologize for everybody's comments if we've passed over. I can't keep up with them.
Hey, we didn't forget Sea Farmer.
You were way further down than that now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where we're going here.
Sandwich Maker said CDL loads don't necessarily kill your truck, but Mr. Tennessee's red truck had 304,000 miles. Just drive it, right? We've got, what are we up to? We're up to 221,000. And everybody knows Daniel is the king, the high mileage. He is the high mileage helper. So we all know where Daniel's truck is. Oh, yeah.
Catching up, that's for sure.
Yeah. Jonathan, we have heard about another hurricane coming to Florida. So yay for us if we do get that Florida load. We already did the winter hurricane from Newfoundland. Why not? Let's go down into the eye of the hurricane coming for Florida. Let's do that.
Oh my word.
Greg Rohr says, how many smaller companies do you think will fold? That's what everybody's a little concerned about that right now. Smaller companies may fold. Oh, look at that. Hey there, Sleep Up. Oh, everybody pop their pups on the head for me right now, because we don't have a pup. And Mr. Len Daniels, okay? Len Daniels, you know, he's pretty tough on me, sending me cute baby pictures of puppies, German Shepherd puppies, and I get onto him about it because he knows how bad we want a dog. Look at that. Look at that. Don't you want that? Don't you want it to be me and you and Smokey with the Bandits? Because if we have a dog, his name is going to be Smokey, right? Because it'll be Smokey and the Bandits. Get it?
Oh no. I like Mr. Tennessee's comment down here, Daniel.
Stop.
Did you all realize next Sunday is National Pickle Day?
National Pickle Day.
Get ready. I want to there too.
Oh, look at her. You don't need a shower tonight, right, Daniel?
Oh my word.
Right. Get Daddy. Get it. Get Daddy. Put Ryder up there.
Wow.
So they can see Ryder.
I can't have Ryder on me now.
Hey, Kara. Is Kara in the background?
She is.
Hey, Kara. Don't worry about Daniel. He's had his kisses for tonight, and now he doesn't need a shower, right?
Oh my word. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Love you.
Yeah, Mr. Tennessee. You should do a video on Pickle Day.
Pickle Day. Excuse me. Hey, Bruce said it's 6:39 here in Pennsylvania, and on the Pike it's 7:35. What? Oh my gosh, the diesel. Wait till Tuesday. I would strongly suggest everybody fill up your trucks Monday. I don't know what's going to happen with the diesel prices after what's happening on Tuesday. So, and if it's already $7.35 on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, oh my gosh, that's crazy bad.
Anyway, way to go, Jonathan. Get that CDL.
Chris said he's taking 2 months off now. And y'all are still nowhere close to catching him. Yeah, Chris is a runner. Oh my gosh, Chris, when he's running RV loads, Judy said today, man, he's a hard worker. Chris will run those loads. Mr. Tennessee said Florida, keep America growing. Blue Thunder's on here. Hey, Blue Thunder, how are you doing, David? Sea Farmer is going to catch Daniel soon. His Silverado is running well. So Sea Farmer's up there. RV Mafia says it's only $4.79 in Minnesota. We got it for $4.50 with our ComData discount in Brooklyn, Iowa, on our way back here to Goshen. Now we have the auxiliary tank, so that should get us to Goshen and back into probably Missouri, where we can get a little cheaper. But I don't want to get diesel anywhere around here. It's getting higher and higher every time you look at the pumps. See, Jonathan says he calls Nate, which is our other dispatcher, every day to let him know I'm ready. He knows that I'm dropping off that day, so he knows I can pick up the next day. I literally call Nate every day. We'll see. That's why Jonathan has a load. Chris says, Bandits, you can borrow Rip for a week. Rip for a week. We would like that. We already discussed with Mr. Len Daniels over here that his wife Lisa can go pick up a pup, and he will keep it for us and feed it and take care of it. And when we go home, we'll stop by his house, pick it up, take care of it for 2 weeks while we're home, and then drop it back off at Mr. Len Daniels' house. And while we go run, right? Yep, that will work. That's how we can have a dog.
Dennis Dunnerdale wants to know if the ferry company ever fixed the reservation.
No. There's, as far as we know, they are still have to take reservations to take the Newfoundland ferry.
But
So
they're still working on it.
they're still trying to get something done. We got a lot of people working on it, so it's still working. Land right here says Virginia and West Virginia were all over $5 a gallon, even with our discount. Is that right, Lynn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting bad out there. RV Mafia says 770,000 on an 05 D-Max my dad now uses for daily. Always haul the step deck from 300,000.
There you go, high mileage helper.
Hey, you beat me. You beat me.
Pre-death and pre-cat.
That is pre-death and pre-cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the good old days when you could really keep something running. Everything's electronic now. You know, it's kind of out of your hands on a lot of things.
That's what my son's Duramax is. It's an 05.
An 05 Duramax, yeah. Who else have we got here? Yeah, about Dennis, you asked about the ferry company. RV Marcy said it's $4.58 in Iowa with the mud flap. The mud flap app is, we have a lot of friends that use the mud flap. I haven't used it yet or signed on to use it, but I know about it and it's definitely on our radar. Redneck Woman had to leave, guys. Got a phone call. Okay, well, I hope you had a good phone call, Redneck Woman. Mr. Tennessee says fuel is getting crazy. And I think, Lynn, what is your opinion on the fuel after Tuesday? Up or down on after Tuesday?
It could go either directions. It could go worse or it could get better if they do what should be done.
Let's hope that it goes down.
But I think the upper government's going to block it, even if they try.
Yeah.
If the right people get in, the wrong people that are still there for the next 2 months is going to make our life miserable.
We're going to have to wait it out. Everybody hold strong. Hold strong in your faith and hold strong in this country. Please don't give up. Don't let it beat you. We can beat this. Okay. Just stick it out.
You know, all that. I actually asked Pastor Anthony to counsel me on that a few days ago, and basically it boiled down to a nutshell. He said, "Keep the faith."
Keep the faith, everybody. Keep
of course,
the
he
faith.
said a lot more than that, but That was the gist of it.
And I know that sounds, to a lot of you, that may sound hollow. Like, what's that? How is that going to pay my bills? It doesn't pay your bills. But if you have a positive attitude, I think if you put good energy out there and you are someone who looks forward to the future, no matter how bleak it is, you can push through to the next day. You can get there. You've got God, you've got your family, you've got friends. We're all out there helping each other. And I think that if we just keep the faith one day at a time, it's like anybody can climb a mountain. It just takes one step, one day at a time, one step at a time. That's all it takes. Put one foot in front of the other and keep trudging on. It's nothing. If you can remember back, what were you so worried about 3 years ago on today? There was something crazy, terrible you were probably worried about 3 years ago from today, but you don't remember that because you've moved on. And now we've got bigger worries. Sorry about that. I'm trying to be philosophical here, but I'm just telling everybody, just hold on to your faith, and we'll get through all this somehow. Vote, and vote correctly.
It is tough out there, but I just know that I've got Cheryl with me, and God will see us through this.
And it's just,
But,
it's hard.
God also said in the Bible, He helps those that help themselves. And, voting day is coming up. Help yourself.
Hey, Cookie, night, everyone. Night to the Cookie. Sandwich Maker says night. RV Mafia says ditto. Dennis, I find that Synergy's fuel discounts on ComDev is cheaper than Mud Flat. We have found that too. I still check every time though. And Mr. Tennessee says vote Republican. We ditto that. I think that our country was, it doesn't really matter to me which way you swing or whatever, but it does matter to me which way you swing.
It matters to me.
You can see what our country was like prior to this administration, and you see, are you worse off now than you were 2 years ago? Just ask yourself that question.
And it's not just the money. We're worse off spiritually. We're worse off family. The money's the least of our problems.
And Jim Price said it's amazing how many driver boxes have been removed at the office.
Yeah, it is.
There's been an entire section, Daniel, of mailboxes removed from the office.
Wow.
An entire section that was in front of the lounge, gone. Completely gone.
Hold the camera.
I don't know if you noticed recently or not, how many drivers here?
What are you doing?
I gotta
Hey, you
put
guys,
it back in.
Now move your
why
your
are we
window
taking these down? You guys know what these are, right? If you don't have them, these are the great WeatherTech window shades. Did you want to look out?
Get yours, Daniel. Get yours down, man.
Why are you taking the window shades down?
I'm transporting myself.
Why are we transporting ourselves? We're actually rolling.
This
We're doing
is a
rolling.
this is a mobile live.
Doing mobile in the Walmart parking lot. What are you doing? Oh, I bet he has to go to the little boy's room, so he's mobilizing himself to the front door. Sorry.
This is look, guys. This is a rolling live.
Rolling
You've
line.
probably never seen that before.
We should be.
Oh.
There was the phone.
Why is my roadie over?
Okay, our roadie is holding the we got a cameraman now. So good job, Lynn. Lynn's holding the phone while we roll. I'm sorry. That's awesome. What are you doing? You don't drive off during the live show.
I'm doing a mobile live.
I'm sorry. You guys who have commented on here that we gotta get the people's comments. What are you gonna do? Just jump out of the truck?
Yep.
And me jump in the driver's area? Don't
Whatever
hit
it
the
takes.
baby. There's like a stroller with a baby in it. What? You gotta go to the restroom. All right. There's you're going to get us in trouble any second now. We've got this bright light ring, Daniel, so that you can actually see us so we're not dark. So I'm sure he's blinded while driving around the
The
parking lot.
police officers can plainly see my eyes are not bloodshot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my word.
This is how professional everything is. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me get that out of your face. You guys see this, right? You've all seen this for $5 in Walmart. The light ring. The light ring. And he's driving with that in his face. I'm getting that out of the dash. This has gone haywire. Sorry, Daniel. You never know what you're going to get when the bandits are going on. Cameraman. Come on, cameraman. There you go. We got us a cameraman.
All right. I'll see you in a minute.
All right. He's going to the little boy's room. We're going to have to wrap this up.
Yeah, I think I'm.
Okay, now here's my best spider monkey move from the back seat to front seat. There we go. Sorry. Okay. All right. Hold on. And we can say,
lock in.
get this locked in. Hold on. The cameraman's having difficulties, technical difficulties. Bear with us. Where's Lynn at? Let's get Lynn in here. Hey, Lynn. See?
There we
This is
go.
Lynn Daniels here. Jeff just started taking down the WeatherTech window shades while we're talking and driving off. Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, my word.
Sorry about all that, Daniel. We apologize for the shenanigans.
Oh, my word. I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, man. I am going to have to hop off here very shortly. Kara's given me the cue like 3
Yeah,
times.
this is going too far now. We should do an all-night slumber party live. All-night slumber party live. And just go on all night. RV Outlaw's another instant classic. This will go down in history, Mickey said. The night of the mobile life. Oh, Lordy. Why Jeff couldn't just get out of the truck and walk to the restroom? Because Jeff doesn't walk anywhere. You know Jeff. He doesn't walk, he doesn't hike, he doesn't run. He drives his truck and gets out at the shortest amount of distance possible. All right. I guess we're gonna say good night to everybody. And again, we apologize if we didn't get to everybody's comments. We tried our best, but that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes we get carried away.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Tennessee, all night YouTube party.
An all-night YouTube party.
Oh, my word.
About 3 a.m., all of us YouTubers will be like,
I'll be long snoring here. Yeah. Oh, my word. Well, let's shut her down here. I need to go to bed and see my wife, and we'll hopefully he's okay taking care of what he's got to take care of. So,
well, let's just say I hope everything comes out okay for him.
Oh, my word. Well,
all right. Thank you. I want to say a personal thank you to you, Daniel, for having us on your live. We appreciate it. We're sorry it can turn into an over-talking fiasco kind of a thing, but that's what you get when you get the Bandits. Sorry.
Hey, good time.
And we do have our cameraman here with us. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you're held hostage. You didn't want to ride over here to the parking lot.
Good deal. All righty. We will shut it down. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Have a great night. Be safe out on the road, and we'll catch you later. See you guys.
Bye, everybody. Say bye, Lynn.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.